guys.
I'm going back to being a commerce assistant.
You get to do best art in the game. Best art in the game. The finalists are Captain Forever, so Farb's back up, come on. Alexander Bruce for Hazard, The Journey of Life, You Shouldn't Have Moved. And Click Talk for Doodle Find. I just really liked this one, and it scored really highly over all of the categories. The simplicity of the artwork was beautiful in itself, and they were really impressed with the game. They loved the design, the gameplay, the graphics. They thought it was entirely fantastic. The winner is Farbs for Captain Forever.
This thing's awesome. There's one art asset in Captain Forever, and it's like 48 by 48 PNG. So if there's any programs out there going, oh, I can't do art, blah, 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 that's bullshit. Just hard code it.
It's the quickest way down. Our next award is for Best Technical Innovation. Everyone knows when they've played a game that's got a really cool move or cool bit of tech in it, that they really want to kind of, keep playing and go nuts with it and explore it further. And we felt that, Farbs, you might want to get up again, you're a finalist.
I don't have to kiss again, it's okay. I mean, that one will keep me going for at least a week.
So we really felt that we wanted to kind of celebrate those people who have worked so hard to keep us so entertained with something new and something interesting. So Farbs, back up. We've also got Finn Morgan for Colourblind, which only has one out. And James Corbett and Viking for Up Down Ready. Our judges thought that the winner was a very interesting spin on the physics puzzler, and it was an excellently executed flash game. The winner is Finn Morgan for Colourblind.
I was really just going to say thanks to these two, and thanks to everyone else who I probably don't know who helped put on Freeplay. It's been really fantastic.
Audio. What can we say about audio? I think a bit like writing, audio is one of those oft-overlooked aspects of game development, and certainly within the studio system, it's not really given the resources or the attention in terms of time or budget that it so often requires, but it's such a fundamental part of the experience. I know one of the previous talks mentioned it was somewhere between 70 and 80% of the player's overall experience, so we really should be thinking about it, and this award is designed to highlight the importance of audio in the game development and also the player experience as well. So our three finalists are the Voxel Agents for Train Conductor, Tin Man Games for Game Repeat Glitchers 1 and Assassin in Orlandes, and Brosson for Jolly Rover. So the comments from the judges on the winner, really well executed and perfect for the iPhone/iPad platform, very catchy, found myself coming to shooting after playing. And the winner is the Voxel Agents for Train Conductor. I guess not.
none of us actually make audio, so the probably should really go to Simon's brother, so I'll let Simon.
Thanks, Joe. So because our next award is the best international game, and because it's international, we thought we'd invite Adam Saltzman, who is not from these parts, to announce the finalists. Yeah, I used to be able to. All right, the finalists for Best International Game are Mahdi Bahrami from Iran for Bow, Anders, what is, can you pronounce it over the slash? What?
And it's hoisted.
Anders Hoisted from Denmark for Try Fail, and Yellow Jam from Brazil for Last Hope. And the comments from the judges are that they really liked the premise for the game, and they thought the sim style genre worked really great too, very polished look and feel. And the winner is Yellow Jam from Brazil for Last Hope. So they sent some comments for getting this award. It says Brazil is better than Australia. And Yellow Jam is very proud of representing our fellow indie game developers from Brazil here in Australia. We'd like to congratulate the Freeplay Festival for this great initiative to show the world how much the game industry and indie creativity are getting bigger and better. Thanks for all your effort to make this happen. And a big thanks to everybody who played and encouraged Last Hope. You're the reason we keep on trying. Thank you so much. Do you want to do alternate words?
Award.
I was going to do a little speech, but I don't think we can do alternate words for that. We borrowed through these. Our scheduling is clearly not very good.
It's a work in progress.
It is a work in progress. Come on, you came to an indie festival. If this is the worst thing that happens. So best Australian game. This is why we're all here, right? We want to make games. It's not for the recognition, although that is nice. And it's not for the money, although that is nice. It's because somewhere in our brain, somewhere in our heart, somewhere in our soul, there's a little idea that needs to be out there in the world that can talk to other people's little ideas, and hopefully have little idea families of their own, and go out and generally just be awesome. And the three finalists that we have here are that, I think. Our first finalist for Best Australian Game is Sword Lady and the Viking for I'm Ready.
We've got Awesome for Jolly Rover.
And lastly, we have Finn Morgan for Colorblind. And what I was thinking, because we were running so quickly, is we can just stand and stare at them for half an hour before. I'm not joking, that's not a joke. No, it's still not a joke. Yes, you can do that 3 times and then it just stops working. So the comments from the judges on this were, it was fun, it was very polished, fun and very Monkey Island-esque. Adventure should have read acting. I'll bet more of this. Adventure games have been gaining popularity lately, and the execution of the game was at a publisher level as seen on Steam. And the winner is, and we're just going to stand here for half an hour. It's Brosnan for Jolly Rover.
I would like to thank Paul and Eve for creating something out of nothing, and if it weren't for them, we would have no awards to celebrate today. day. I had to thank my wife and my family for being so supportive and getting this game done. And of course, it wouldn't have been done without the support from Victoria and Biscuitoons, who were both investors in the game. I actually didn't think of anything to say because I was talking to Eve earlier today about the Up Down Reed and Callaghan, and she was just saying, oh yeah, they're really awesome, they're really fun. I can't stop playing them, and I'm thinking, okay, alright. So this is actually really a surprise. The team I had on Joel Rover were fantastic, and my only hope is that I get to work with them again on something new in the future. So thank you.
So Paul's going to play something on his massive iPad. We just want to thank everyone as well who sent entries in. It's very difficult often to kind of throw your work out there for somebody else to look at. So we really, really do appreciate it. We got over 50 entries in the end, a quarter of which came between 11:45 PM and midnight on the day. Next time we'll have more time to judge. We do want everybody, hopefully one day, to be up here accepting awards for fantasticalness and wondrous creations. We do want to see the Australian game industry really flourish and the indies really flourish. So we really do thank you from the bottom of our hearts for sending so many games in and being so awesome and making it so bloody difficult for all of the judges who regularly sent me emails going, well, I don't bloody know. So yeah, we really just want to say thank you very much. So for everyone who entered, thank you.
And I'd just like to thank a couple of people. I'd like to thank my very patient girlfriend, Meredith, who's somewhere around here, who we only started going out when we started planning Freeplay. Thanks, Ray. I'd like to thank Eve. Without him, this whole thing wouldn't have been possible. I'd like to thank our volunteers who have been incredible over the past 2 years, who have given up their time to kind of make this thing work. I'd like to thank our Program Advisory Committee who filled in the gaps that Eve and I have in terms of our knowledge and our contacts, and who brought the enormous, the incredible diversity that I think we've seen over the past couple of days in terms of speakers. That has been just mind-blowing. I'd like to thank the judges for the awards who gave up their time to sit and play over 50 games. I have no idea how they did it. I would also like to thank the State Library for once again agreeing to host us. I'd like to thank MMB for giving us some money to make this happen, giving us slightly more money than last year, which was a delight. I'd like to thank all of our speakers. 65 people gave up their time and their expertise and their energy and a little chunk of their life to come along and share what they knew with everyone. I'd like to thank the people who demonstrated their projects in Experimedia. I'd like to thank all of the universities who came along to showcase. I'd like to thank the digital artists who showcased their work in that space. Just to give you a sense of how many people went through that, and I expect there was a lot of people being very clicker happy. But when we looked at the number at the end of yesterday, it read 1,002. I mean, even if we have that, that's 500 people who've gone through that space yesterday. That's just shy of how many we had over the entire 2 days last year. So this year's Freeplay has really been significantly bigger than last year. And it really makes me fear for my life for 2011. I don't even know what that is. And I'd like to thank everyone in this room, because without you, there would be none of this.